So a little bit of a peel behind the curtain here. You guys just watched about like a 10-minute video on me complaining and telling you about how Gianni Infantino is being an absolute sellout and selling away the beautiful game, trying to sell part of the World Cup to private investors. And I was already a little bit behind in my response video making to that, and I already put out the podcast about it. But as you guys have noticed with these first couple of videos, the podcast goes out like a day or two before the actual video on YouTube goes out. This process has moved so incredibly fast that it's already over. FIFA and Gianni Infantino are pulling this proposal out. It's definitely more because FIFA is pulling the proposal out. I think I read somewhere that JP Morgan, one of the private investment company that was going to be a part of this, has already pulled out, I presume because of all the backlash they've been getting from the federations. And I didn't shout out the AFC in my first video, but shout them out because they joined CONCACAF and UEFA in it. The reports I'm seeing, CONMEBOL put out a statement, but it wasn't really them rejecting it. It was kind of them being like, and you see them sticking with Gianni Infantino, but the saga's already over. And so this is just going to be a short little video. It's going to be going out right after the YouTube video goes out on about the whole beginning of this process, and me already be a little bit behind there, but it's over. Football has won. The pressure that FIFA has felt from these federations, from UEFA stepping away, from UEFA being like, we're going to be like, no, this is not what you're doing to our beautiful game. CONCACAF joining on that bandwagon, the AFC joining on that bandwagon, all within the matter of hours of each other. This literally whole process started on like Wednesday, and it's Saturday, and it's already over. It was basically done Friday night. This is what the federations needed to do, and I'm very proud that they did it. Right? UEFA is like, they welcomed the decision of FIFA's withdrawal of the plans to sell stake in the World Cup. They put out a statement of that. And, I've been reading all these statements for you guys, so I might as well read this one for you as well. UEFA welcomes FIFA's decision to withdraw its plans to sell stake in its competitions, including the World Cup, into private hands. The proposal was unanimously rejected by UEFA nations associations and by many other federations and confederations of all sizes around the world, whose job it is to protect football. UEFA thanks all the fans, leagues, clubs, players, individuals, associations, and confederations that oppose the scheme, alongside the many prime ministers, head of states, and commentators who have demonstrated to the FIFA president that football is not for sale. We cannot keep going on like this with secret schemes on the fast-track timescale, cooked up with faceless individuals and of dubious benefits of the game. We must identify those responsible and hold them accountable, which is why UEFA has also released a statement that they're losing their trust in the Gianni Infantino, but we'll get into that in a little bit. It is right that in the coming days and weeks, UEFA will work with its associations and in a close cooperation with other federations to reflect on how this happened and devise a plan to make sure it cannot occur again. Gianni Infantino, you're out. That review should be thorough and fundamental. No options should be off the table. The current FIFA leadership has not only lost UEFA's confidence, but also that of many other members of the football family. When Gianni Infantino, they're naming him out right there, when Gianni Infantino asked for the trust and the votes of FIFA member associations to elect him as their president in 2016, he said, "Of course we will have to be transparent. I have been in this the last 15 years of my life in UEFA. You will have to play a part every day in the life of FIFA before telling the assembled stakeholders. The money of FIFA is your money. It is not the money of the FIFA president. It is your money. You are the national associations, and the money of FIFA has to serve for the development of football and not anything else. On both these promises, he has failed to deliver. The shabby backrooms, opaque deals he has hatched and tried to force through was anything but transparent. And with reserves standing over $5 billion, he has also failed to use associations' monies for the benefit of the game. UEFA will begin work immediately with partners and stakeholders all over the world and right across the game to propose a new way of distributing resources through the existing FIFA Forward program. We must start to use some of that money that is sat idle in FIFA's bank account to deliver the kickstart that the grassroots and the wider game needed in each of the 211 countries of FIFA. But we do not need to sell off the family silver to pay for it. This is a victory for the whole game, but it must not be the end of the story. The proposal has gone. The task of rebuilding trust in FIFA has only just begun. UEFA has been the leading charge of all of this. They have been the stalwart of all of this, and it's amazing that they're calling him out by name. They're telling him what they need to do to fix it. And, when you're doing like these revolutionary type things, you need a leader to stand up. You need someone to take the charge. You need someone to be on those front lines. UEFA has been on those front lines, and it has only worked out for them. It has only worked out for them. This is amazing. A bunch of FAs are coming out in support of UEFA's decision, a lot of them being the European, right? And so this is a true victory for the game. And I believe that victory is going to involve a lot of Gianni Infantino not being there anymore. Like I said in my other video, this could be the straw that breaks the FIFA's back. And that back specifically is Gianni Infantino. I would be very surprised within the next coming weeks if he is still the president of FIFA. I think there's going to be change, and this backfired on him entirely. They released a bunch of statements clarifying things like that. It was just a whole bunch of propaganda from FIFA trying to get them to just be like, okay, this is what we actually meant. It was taken out of hands. No, people got wind of these reports. They reported it. You didn't like the response you were getting because you guys did this room in a back room, or you did this deal in a back room. And then when it came to light, everyone's like, what is this? What are you guys doing to our game? So goodbye, Gianni Infantino. Congratulations to UEFA. You guys have stepped up, and now you're probably going to get someone in charge that's very pro UEFA. CONMEBOL, I'm just not even going to get into them. I said that they could join in my other video. It looked like only AFC, CONCACAF, and UEFA were going to be the ones to join it. Mexico also had some statement where they came out and they were just spitting gibberish and everything like that. Who cares anymore? This proposal is gone. Football has won, and this saga of that could have turned the beautiful game upside down was over before it even started.